Hey Red Raiders, it's Mansi. Welcome back to our channel. For today's video, we are going to be telling you guys why we said yes to tech. And obviously everyone's reason's different, whether or not they came here as a freshman or an incoming transfer. But we just wanted to tell you guys why we said yes to tech and why we're ultimately so happy we made that decision. And we're just so excited and super happy to be here. But other than that, I hope you guys enjoy this video and let's get on with it.
The reason why I decided to come to Texas Tech was because it really met all my needs financially. I feel like whenever you're looking for colleges, it can be kind of confusing, especially like, picking your major, but something that you also have to consider is how you're gonna think about it from a financial viewpoint. So that's the way I really thought about it whenever I was selecting colleges. In Texas Tech, I got offered more scholarships, and I was also planning on living with my brother and sister since they also lived here, and they were also Texas Tech students before I became a Texas Tech student. So yeah, it was mostly their influence as well. They really enjoyed Texas Tech. So I was like, you know what, I'll check it out. But the first year that I actually did come to Tech was because I heard they had a dual degree in civil engineering and architecture. And at that time, that's what I was like really interested in. So I decided to go into that. So yeah, that's the main reason why I came to Texas Tech.
Hey Red Raiders, what's up? How are you guys doing? This is Izzy, and today I'm here to tell you guys why I said yes to Tech. I'm going to be extremely honest with you guys. The main reason I said yes to Tech was because of the scholarships. Tech's generous with their scholarships, both for out-of-state students, in-state students, and international students. That's something that I didn't see much across other colleges. Most of the other colleges weren't as generous for international students with their scholarships as Tech is. Was the one who gave me the most scholarships out of all of the colleges that I applied to. So that was like a big plus for me. Another big plus was the fact that they have an engineering school for undergrads. When I applied to college, I actually didn't apply as an engineering major. I applied as an economics/finance major. Well, I wasn't sure what my path would be, so I was like, Tech has like the opportunity to be an engineer. They have tons of majors that I can explore. It was also a great plus for me. I already changed my majors like 2 times. I wasn't sure what I was going to do, so I used my first year to like explore around and take like different courses and see what I liked and what I didn't like. And now I changed my major again, and this time I feel really confident that this is actually the major that I want to be in. That's something that I see myself doing for the rest of my life, and I'll always be extremely grateful for Tech for giving me the opportunity to explore around and see what I actually like. So yeah, those were the main reasons why I chose to come to Tech.
Okay, I had 3 different reasons coming to Tech, and I'll be short and sweet about it. But one, I wanted to be independent. I wanted to be somewhere where if I was in an adult situation or something happened, I couldn't call my parents and they could just come here within an hour or 2 by myself. So I think coming out here to Lubbock and not really having someone to rely on in little adult or life emergencies has really taught me how to be more independent and how to grow as an adult. So that's one of the reasons. Another reason is that I came from a small school. My graduating class was 85 kids, so I wanted to come to a big school where school spirit was super strong, and I had never attended a football game in my life, maybe one high school football game, but that's it. So I wanted to experience athletics and just all the big events that they have at universities. So that's another reason. And the last reason was that I know that Tech has a lot of educational and professional opportunities, which is something I need as a pre-dental student. So coming here, it has definitely fulfilled all my expectations, and joining the honors program has definitely expanded those opportunities and made it much more available to me. So I definitely am so happy that I made the decision to come here, and I love it.
Hey readers! Okay, so I chose Texas Tech for multiple reasons. One of the most common reasons people choose a school is like based on money, and so I chose Texas Tech because one, they gave me a decent amount of money that other schools didn't, and so I was very grateful for that. But compared to like some other schools that I had like similar money on, what helped me dwindle down my decision was the fact that I felt like I would grow the most here, because I'm from Houston, and so Tech is approximately 8.5 hours away from Houston. I know that practically, like, if you were to live in another state, like, that's practically out of state. And so it was a really big decision to leave kind of like all of my friends, all of my family, and know that like I couldn't come home every weekend in order to visit them, and I could only like really visit them on holidays. That really just like pushed me to meet tons of new people, learn what it's like to be alone, and honestly just really forced me to focus a lot on passions, my interest. Yeah, so that's kind of why I chose Texas Tech, and it did take me a second, I'm not gonna lie. in order for me to love being here. But I think the first moments that like I realized that I loved being here was just like walking across campus, and I just realized like how much I had grown from the person I left home to the person I am now. And I was just so proud of that, and just like so grateful that I had a school that helped me do that and promoted me to do that. And so yeah, that's kind of why I chose Texas Tech.
Hey guys, so the reason I chose Texas Tech, my voice is going out, is a little bit because of my parents and just me just kind of going out on a whim. So both my parents went to Tech, and I have been a Red Raider through and through since the day I was born. I got little onesies with Texas Tech symbols on them. But the first time I ever like toured Texas Tech, my dad drove me around campus, which is like, here are the buildings, here's this door, blah, 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 blah. But after my official tour, when I walked around and saw everything, I just fell in love with the campus. I fell in love with the people and the spirit that everybody had. I kind of talked about this in our Traditions You Need to Know video, which will be up in the little info bar thing. But I fell in love with the people, and I decided to go here. And after my first semester, I found my home away from home. I joined the student orgs. Like, I loved it. Like, I love the games. I still go to the games. I have a rectum on my wall. I'm in a Texas Tech thing right now. Like, decided to go to Tech, and yes, my parents did go to Tech, and so I just knew a lot about it beforehand, and so I think that just made me want to go even more. So it goes back a little bit to my parents, but also after I applied, I think I knew. I was like, you know what, Tech is where I want to be. Lubbock is fun. Tech has all kinds of things. So that is why I chose Texas Tech.
So the reason I said yes to Tech was really because I was just raised a Red Raider. Honestly, I grew up going to Tech football games and tailgates and basketball games. And my dad was a huge Tech football fan, and his dad was a huge Tech football fan, and I've just always been a Red Raider, I guess. I literally have baby pictures and like Texas Tech diapers and holding Texas Tech signs, and I knew how to do this pretty early on in life. And I got to watch my dad graduate from Tech, just seeing him, go to class and work hard and get his degree while he had me and my brother. It was just really inspiring, and I think I've just always known that I was gonna go to Tech. Ever since I was little, everyone would be like, oh, where are you gonna go to college? And I always said Tech. It was just never a question, and yeah, so I just always knew I was gonna go here. It was never like a last minute decision. I applied to some other colleges, but I didn't really care about going there. I always knew that I was gonna go to Tech. And I'm also a really big homebody. My parents live really close by, and so it's really nice to be able to go home so often, and just love the community, and I've always known that I was gonna go here. So yeah, that's why I said yes to Tech.
And that pretty much sums up why we said yes to Tech. Obviously, some of them are going to be similar and some of them are going to be different based on our personal experiences and our backgrounds. But at the end of the day, we're so happy that we chose Tech, and we wouldn't want it any other way. Other than that, make sure to like this video and subscribe to our channel. And comment down below if you guys had any other reasons why you guys said yes to Tech. We would love to see those. And I'll see y'all in the next one. Bye!